Share with you the very latest from the world of sports. Hello from me, Asari Bediako. Former world heavyweight champion Tyson Fury is now free to resume his boxing career after accepting a backdated 2-year doping ban. Details in a bit. First port of call, the camp of Accra Hearts of Oak, because the contracts of several top players of the club have ended and they are now free to sign for any club of their choice. But public relations officer of the Continental Club Masters, Kwame Opare-Addo, has told Joy Sports the club will try to convince the likes of skipper Thomas Abe, striker Kwame Kizito and defender Vincent Atinga to stay at the club.
Well, some of the senior players that we did speak about, their contracts have run out, even though we tried speaking to them so that they will give us that extension. We started negotiation with them since the month of June. That's about 6 months down the lane, but then it has not materialized yet. But we are still hoping that even though some of them have their floating status, it will still work for us so that they come back to play for us. We believe that once the transfer window is not shut, we still have some days to go. So we'll continue to speak to them. We'll continue to let them understand why Hearts of Oak needs them and why they also need Hearts of Oak, so that they will come back and sign the extension for the club.
Do you have names of players, specific players who are running, whose contracts are running out right now?
Thomas Abe, the captain, his contract is out, and Kwame Kizito, Leonard Tevia, Vincent Atinga. But these are all players that are free agents now, but then we are still talking to them, hoping that they will agree positively to come and continue the relationship with Hearts of Oak.
So the 2018 World Cup, and FIFA has fined the Nigerian Football Federation for fielding an unqualified player in the qualifier against Algeria on November 10. There is more in the following report.
Nigeria's Football Federation is in the firing line today after world governing body FIFA sanctioned the country for fielding an ineligible player in a World Cup qualifier. Fortunately for Nigeria, the decision to award Algeria a technical 3-0 win for a game that actually ended 1-1 in North Africa last month does not affect the Super Eagles qualification for next year's World Cup. Nigeria mistakenly fielded Abdoulaye Shehu against Algeria when he should have been suspended. He received a yellow card in the previous game, having also received one in an earlier round. Well, in addition to losing the match, the Nigerian Federation has also been fined $6,000.
Nigeria will be present at the 2018 World Cup. 4 other African nations will be joining the Super Eagles, the likes of Senegal, Egypt, Tunisia and Morocco. But one nation will be absent after making 3 consecutive appearances at the World Cup. The Black Stars of Ghana will not be in Russia after finishing 3rd in their qualifying group. And President of the Ghana Football Association, Kwesi Nyantakyi, has decried Ghana's failure to secure a 4th consecutive World Cup berth.
12 years that Ghana will not attend the World Cup. From 2006 to 2018 will be 12 years. And we have been to every World Cup since 2006 on 3 consecutive occasions. So going to the World Cup has become a regular part and parcel of our lives. And so for me, it is an anticlimax. I am not happy about it. It's a big disappointment to me as a person and as head of the federation. I think that it's not encouraging at all that the roll call of heavyweights in world football will be called or made and Ghana will not respond to it. But I think that we can't do anything about it. We can't cry over spilled milk. We just have to put the past behind us, go back to the drawing board, and then re-strategize and look forward to 2022 and ensure that Ghana doesn't miss the boat the next time.
Next, the English Premier League, and Arsenal manager Arsene Wenger is counting on striker Olivier Giroud, despite the Frenchman not starting any single match for the Gunners this season. Giroud grabbed the equalizer for Arsenal in their 1-1 draw at Southampton on Sunday. The Arsenal manager was speaking ahead of Wednesday's game against West Ham United.
He's not a sub for me, he's a regular player, but I have plenty of good strikers and you cannot play all of them together. He's a very important player and I have a big respect and I'm an admirer of Olivier Giroud, and I think if you look at his career, since he came here, look how many French caps he got since he's at Arsenal Football Club. I think he has not wasted his time. can understand every frustration of every player who doesn't play, but as well, that's part of the job when you go to a big club. I can give you 10 more cases, you know. Every player who doesn't play wants to start in the Premier League. That's absolutely normal. And when you have 3 games like we had this week, in 6 days, there's an opportunity for some of them to start. Personally, I want him to stay at the club until the end of the season, and then we see.
Well, the stats suggest Giroud has been underutilised by Wenger this season. In the Premier League, he's averaging a goal every 63 minutes. That's twice as good as Alexander Lacazette, 3 times better than Danny Welbeck, and 4 times better than Alexis Sanchez.
And still talking about the English Premier League, some games are underway. Chelsea have taken the lead at Huddersfield Town, courtesy a goal by Temio Bakayoko. He scored in the 23rd minute of the game. And finally, boxing, and former world heavyweight champion Tyson Fury is now free to resume his boxing career after accepting a backdated 2-year doping ban. Details in this report. The former world heavyweight champion was charged in June 2016 for using a banned steroid, but blamed the results on eating uncastrated wild boar. His victory over Vladimir Klitschko in 2015 was his last fight before beginning his legal battle with UK anti-doping UKAD. The 29-year-old Fury is free to fight again once he regains his boxing license. The British Boxing Board of Control, which manages the licensing of boxers in the UK, has agreed to the outcome. According to UKAD, last month, BBC Sport reported that UKAD feared it could be made insolvent or require a bailout over the dispute had Fury been cleared. Hughie Fury, Tyson's cousin, has reached a similar agreement after he also tested positive in February 2015. The Furies insist they have never knowingly or deliberately committed a violation. UKAD maintained that doping violations took place. The respective bouts of the Furies in February 2015, including Tyson's victory over Christian Hammer, have been disqualified, but results after that date, including the win over Klitschko, still stand. And that's all for sports here on Joy News Prime. Thank you very much for watching. For more sports news, make your way to the sports page on myjoyonline.com. Follow us on social media. On Twitter, we are at Joy Sports GH. And on Facebook, we are at Joy Sports.